We've had the keys for a while, over a year probably, to mess around and start putting stuff in. We actually, early on in the process, we knew that we wanted Mule Train in here and worked with the developers to bring it in before the front glass and before the glass in here was done, because obviously we can't get it in. And so we actually, the cart underneath is on wheels. That's how we had it at conservation. So some of the guys, including Sam and Mel, who you just met, we wheeled it up the street from conservation and down South Street and built a ramp and got it in here. So that was the first thing we got in. I think once we realized we're ready, we just wanted to open doors because it had been so long. And during this time, it's so hard to know what to do. So we just said, let's just open it. And I think probably in May or sometime we'll do more of an official grand opening or something like that. But we really felt like it, we were at a place where we could open, so we just wanted to open and let people experience it. But we want to obviously tell people more about Valis. We have, and right now Greenlight is helping us with our kiosk, which is not up and running, but we have documentary videos about Valis and the conservation process and other elements that we can display, which that's the sort of thing we can't do in the park. We have all of these smaller whirligigs in our collection that we've never been able to show people, so that's another aspect. We can talk about the different materials and efforts that we've done in conservation so that people understand a bit more all of the things that have been done to preserve these and that we continue to do. And then also, as you know, we've had some merchandise that we've sold at the festival and at other events, but we've never had like a permanent storefront. So we've been able to do that. And as well, we have the historic downtown, their stuff. They've never had an ability to sell their things kind of on a full-time basis. I love the original back end of Mule Train. I think that's really cool for people to see up close his work, and you can compare it to what's in the park that we had to recreate because it was too far gone. So for people to see it up close, I think is a really cool thing. Mel, one of the conservation guys, when he gave a tour, would always suggest that people take a picture of it with their flash on, and it's covered with cut road signs like a lot of the whirligigs in the park, and it really shows how they reflect at night and gives a sense of maybe the way it looked back in the day in Lucama when you came around the turn and saw it. It also, we have examples of the original reflectors next to the replacement ones, so it shows the detail that they've gone in to replace all of those. So we worked with DOT to get the new reflective material, and the guys worked really hard to meticulously recreate whatever part of whatever sign Valis originally used. So it could be, part of a stop sign or any kind of road sign. So whatever letters or numbers show up on those signs, they've worked to recreate them. Valis made a lot of whirligigs of all types. We have a number of them that are relative to this size and shape, but they're all a little different. He would do something different each time. These are all part of our collection. So the nonprofit purchased these and the ones in the park from Valis and his family when the park project initially began. I think it's going to be great. I mean, it's one more thing people can see when they come to the park. They can come in and maybe get cool for a little while, and they can buy a great t-shirt or merchandise, and if the weather is rainy or something, you can come in and find out more about Valis, and we've got great windows that you can still see and experience the park.